amount of people that came up to me and were like, I love your show, by the way. And I was like, I love you as a person. It was crazy. I mean, with the internet being such a big thing, this and having it being seen, it's still surreal, and I still don't fully understand that people outside of, my algorithm have watched it.
Yes. Something about wanting what you do to be seen and be exposed and reach people. I've wanted to be an actor since my mom always says that since I could speak. I've always been like, that's me on the TV. I've always seen that for myself. For it to finally manifest and to be reaching people in that way, this is what I wanted. So I can't really be too shocked.
Freaking crazy that right now it's working out. I fully believe in the idea of energy and manifesting. And so if I am thinking about where I want to be for the last 25 years, once you finally kind of start getting there, it's like, yeah, I worked really freaking alone in your room in preparation for something, but really acting we do it to film, to be watched, to be experienced by something else,
Yes.
You can love to paint because you love the act of painting, and that painting doesn't necessarily have to be seen by anyone to be a painting of it all. I think it's good to let those two things exist, because I think sometimes it's easy to comment on something like this and make it just about entertainment or just about art and thematically what it means and what it represents. But those two things get to exist simultaneously.
Yes.
And that's why something like this, I think, is doing well. And
It's just like this. He's just speaking a truth to shame, but with the understanding that he couldn't possibly understand. And he doesn't, and yet his expression is such where he's hearing him and understanding that Ilya's opening up to him, and so he's receiving it even though he doesn't know the specificities of what's being said. Can you talk about crafting that scene? Because
I am really, not to knock any of that, but I am really locked into Ilya's journey. And I mean, he's got so much personally going on. Suicidal mother found mom's body, family tries to keep it hush hush, has to lie his entire life about what actually went down. Father develops dementia, subsequently dies. Brother is like a coke addict, corrupts. It's cool. Jacob did this really interesting thing, I think, with the edit, the speed, because there's so much time jumping up the top. I always mess up that off the top from the jump.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like it's so fast and like cutty and just like glinty and just like boom boom boom, and then every single episode it kind of slows down and we get like deeper and deeper. I think you can get too much into trying to please the fans or something, or honestly, I think with acting or art in general, like trying to feed too much into what you think other people want is kind of the death of anything that's actually, humane and inspiring.
I would say beyond art, I would say just in general.
Yeah.
Trying to be what other people want from you is never going to give you anything of meaning.
I remember being like, oh, I'm from Texas where, people have nothing, and like the drug that the bad kids are doing is like meth. You know what I mean? Like this very intense, gritty. Here where I go to parties and these kids have like, these like $10 million houses where they have like 10 bedrooms and they have everything. And these kids have like Corvette. And I realized only within the past like year and a half, 2 years that, oh, that's not the case. Like you can't wait for something to happen to do something, because if you're like throwing these seeds into the future, that's like a cycle, and then you'll actually never get there. This will happen when, but you never get to when. They have a lot of sadness to them. Like Daniel Craig's part in that movie is about like
heartbreaking.
Like that movie became something totally different when I realized halfway through that this is about the loneliest person in the world, And it's like, if that's not an experience that a lot of people can relate to. I love Cate Blanchett. Sophie Wilde. I love Sophie Wilde so much. Yeah. Wow. I think she's, first of all, the most beautiful person on the planet. Second of all, I just I see her having the coolest career ever.
Give me one more.
Growing up, I really liked Jack Nicholson because I feel like we both kind of have the same like eyebrow thing, Like I realize when I talk, I